because the homework is still the same regardless of how much time you have.
Yeah,
True, that's true.
I agree to that. More time to do practical
let's go
things.
talk-
Hey guys, loud guys. Today we are going to react to high school in India versus high school in USA and the cultural differences, because there are, I think, so many differences. First of all, that I know is that we have proper uniforms, and the thing is, like, we are not allowed to take mobiles and smartphones in school, because but I know that people in USA are allowed to do that.
If I consider education in terms of education, I feel USA is far ahead of India. Like as he said, that uniforms and rules and regulations. But if you talk about USA is not about that rules and regulations. They are like kind of free. But after this freedom and all, still the education is like worldwide famous.
So let's see what is there in this
Video.
class schedule.
So the number one difference that comes up is in class schedules. And back in India, my classes used to start at 7:30 a.m. So I used to wake up at 6 a.m., go to class, and I had around 9 periods,
Yes.
8 to 9 periods
Same.
on various days. And
Wait
periods
a
are
minute,
like...
wait a minute.
8 periods.
8 to 9 periods each day?
Yes.
Wait, no. So you had to have 9 periods per day.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
So now, not 9 classes, like these are slots, so 40 minutes each period. So for example, let's say you can take 2 periods on a day for science. So that means 120, okay, actually 80 minutes of science that day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? That makes sense, right?
That is too
It
much
makes
for her.
sense, but it also sounds really
First I
bad.
thought she is Indian.
But because for my schedule, we didn't have 8 to 9 periods. We only had 7.
Oh.
And for them, they had 40 minutes per period. We had an hour per period, which for me I like better because I can actually take the time to learn. We get hands-on learning. For example, in my biology class, we actually dissected a squid.
Oh.
You get to dissect things in your biology class?
No.
Kind of.
There was a
Little
class.
Actually, that is done in grade 11 as well. I didn't take bio in grade
Yes,
11 as well, so
same.
I didn't have to. So back in grade 9 and 10, those are easy classes, so in those classes we read. And I didn't take bio later on, so.
Same.
By the
Actually.
way, a fun fact: their classes are put together. Biology, chemistry, and physics were all put together because they were considered easy. Even for 9th and 10th grade here, they were always separate. Maybe because we were stupid. Who knows?
Yeah,
But I still agree with our schedule, having more time and less classes and having more classes and less time, because the homework is still the same regardless of how much time you have.
Yeah.
True, that's true.
I agree to that. More time to do practical
now let's
things.
go talk about classes.
Classes.
Yeah, so I personally had to take only 5 classes in grade 9 and 10. I had the opportunity to take additional 6 class, that could be any language or anything else, but I only took 5 classes. So those include science. That science has physics, chemistry, and bio, as you had already told
Yes.
about that. So
Maths.
that's 1 class, and then social studies, and then math, and then 2 languages, English
Language, huh?
and Hindi or Punjabi. So so back in Punjab, we were given an option
And
that we
you're in
could choose
Gujarat,
between Hindi and Punjabi after grade 8. So in grade 9, I chose Punjabi, and that's why I took it.
Okay.
What about you?
Well, wait a minute. Credit. How many classes of social studies did you take, and how many classes of science did you take?
This is now how it works. You have like mandatory, I think, 6 hours of each class every week. I mean, divided in every day. 6 to 7 hours. I don't have an exact count. It's like 2 periods
Every
of
day.
each class every day.
Yeah, there has to be each
That's
and
one, right?
every
You
day.
don't have like a specific. You need this much credit of science. You need this much credit of math.
No,
you
no.
need this much
No,
credit of English
like this.
because the school board is stupid.
No, it's not like that. It's like equally you take physics, equally you take science, social studies, math, and English and Punjabi a little bit less. Punjabi is the bare minimum because that's an extra language. So they pay more weight or more classes on physics,
Maths,
chemistry,
science, yeah.
In
Yeah,
11 and 12, but
specifically
in
maths,
9 and
which
10
I
it
hate.
was science, math, social studies.
You too?
That
Yeah.
they pay more stress on.
Okay, now this is a huge difference in India and here, Because here, the school board is controlled by the government.
Wow.
Oh.
Which means they decide our schedules for us. We don't get to choose.
Oh.
No, I didn't choose either. My school did it for me. They made a schedule.
Still, school has a right
You
to
got
change
choose your
things.
classes.
No, you have to take these 5 classes I just mentioned.
Yeah, but
Well,
you can't
no,
change it
that's
completely.
You can choose the
Right.
extra language. For example, you can choose Hindi or Punjabi, or you can even take Spanish on the top of that. You can take 6
Yeah,
classes.
no, we couldn't. At least for the first 2 years, for 2 or 3 years, we can't choose to take a language. And here's the reason why. Colleges look at our high school classes in order to take an acceptance for us or not. For you getting into college, that doesn't mean it's just grades for y'all, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Just a number or a rank.
Percentage.
That matters.
Yes.
That's what. But for colleges here, they want to see the classes you take. They want to see your interests. They want to see what you personally want to do.
Wow,
And that's
so
what
good.
they look at. It's not just a certain number.
So that means it's a holistic process in America, and American universities prefer students who may have some work experience or may have some clubs or awards. So that's not the case in India, and they look for a specific number or rank, and that's
Only
actually bad, and
percentage
that
matters.
Stresses them a lot. So one thing to mention that in grade 11 and 12 we actually choose streams. For example, there are 4
Yes.
types of streams: non-medical, medical, humanities, arts. So in non-medical there were 5 classes that I took: physics, chemistry, math, and along with that one language, that was English, and 5th can be anything like physical education or maybe music, but I chose computer science because I'm going to take that in college.
Yeah,
so I went for
same.
computer science.
Yeah, but still, the colleges didn't look, for India, did not look at the classes you took. They just looked at the grade you got.
Yes.
Correct, but separate colleges want students to take physics, chemistry, and math. For
Yeah.
example, if you're joining an engineering college, you need these
They
classes.
want
Yes.
science.
So that's how it goes.
And commerce
They look at
college
the
wants
numbers along
commerce.
with the classes.
But if they don't look at the classes like
No, see, I told you, right? There are 4 streams: non-medical, medical,
oh, so they
humanities.
look at the stream you
Correct.
took.
Correct,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah, our colleges here don't do that. They look at every single class you took, the rigor of the class,
Oh.
how
Wow.
what were you doing in that class, even what your mental health was in your class. which-
Mental health.
Really?
That is so
pretty-
nice.
Pretty okay, I think.
Wow.
But
Wow, so caring.
but like that's what I mean. Like I got into the college I chose and major based on the classes that I took. I had the choice to go to a liberal arts college or the main campus, and they accepted me for the liberal arts because most of my classes were Englishy based classes, and then I have taken 4 years of a language. I have taken Spanish because Hindi isn't really here. Lekin main bol bhi sakta. But yeah, we have and to get accepted to college, to get college credit, we have to take 4 credits of math, 4 credits of science, and 3 credits of social studies. I took 3 credits of social studies. I could have taken a 4th. I just don't have any personal interest in it.
So there is a credit
And
system.
I also took, so most of the classes we take is based on what getting into college.
Okay, one thing to mention, that credit system is like you take these many hours of classes every week. For example, if it's 3 credits, that means you're taking 3 hours of classes of that course every week, because you guys might not know the
Okay.
credit system.
So 1 hour equals like
Sorry. I'm just
No,
going
3
there.
hours in 1 week, then you get 3 credits.
3 credits.
So you have to do that regularly.
So now let's
Advanced
talk about
placement.
AP exams. So those are some advanced placement exams that can help you graduate early from college. So go ahead.
For me, know that AP exams are no way means necessary to graduate from high school.
Okay.
But colleges in America, they want to see it. They really want to see you. They really want to see you take those AP courses. They want to see you take those hard rigor courses that you may possibly fail if you're not good at them.
Oh.
I actually did fail an AP class. I failed.
I didn't.
Shut up. I failed. I didn't fail the class, but I failed the test.
Oh no.
Oh.
I got a 2 in physics.
I got a 5.
I gonna leave. Goodbye. I'm
No, please don't.
I am with a genius over here. I just don't like physics. I never liked it. I could have studied more. I'm not going to excuse it. Don't do what I do. But the reason I took that AP, regardless of whether I'm going to like it or not, pass it or not, is because a college would take into account that was a hard class for me, and I persevered. Debatable, but I persevered and I took the class. For y'all, you don't really have to take APs and show colleges that.
No, that's not mandatory, and no college, as far as I know, accepts AP. I think one or two may accept, but no, it's not mandatory.
Nothing.
And I took it because I knew that I'm coming abroad and that's going to help me graduate early. And I took 4 AP classes that I've mentioned in this video, and I am able to graduate within 3 years because of those AP exams rather than 4 years of college.
Wow.
So that's
This is nice. If you're brilliant, you can do this.
Well, because I'm already going to get. I've already passed 2 of the 4 AP classes I've taken. So I already have 2 credits down for that, and then I've taken 4 more APs this year. For my senior year, I've taken AP Biology, AP Macroeconomics, how do I not remember the APs I've taken? AP Calculus AB, and AP British Literature. Which you probably have no idea what that is.
Actually, this whole system is very new.
It doesn't matter to you. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to get 4s or 5s in 3 of those APs, and I'm probably going to get a 3 in one of them. Because and then that's another thing. You don't actually have, in trade secret, you don't actually have to get a 5.
Yeah, that's true.
You can get either a 4 or 5, and I've only gotten a 5 in 0 of my courses. But yeah, I think that's it for APs.
Pretty interesting.
It is pretty interesting.
Yeah, and it's very useful for colleges.
Yeah. By the way, if you take he probably saved like $20,000 taking APs.
More than that, 35.
Oh, wow.
Jesus Christ.
Because of 1 year.
I'll probably save around $20,000 maybe if I get because the college I've taken only accepts 4 APs. You cannot ask them to take in more. So I can only. That's why, unfortunately for me, and the college I've chosen, which is still a good college, but it only lets you take.
4 AP.
It only gives you credit for 4 colleges. No, 4 APs.
Makes sense. So that means that it's off topic, but still. So that means that particular college doesn't want you to skip more than 4 classes because they want you to pay more tuition to that particular college.
That's not what it means, but sure, we can subtly. Cool, we can go with that.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
So now we have reached the end of part 1.
Wait. We haven't talked about clubs. We said we would talk about clubs before part 1 ended.
Oh, but I have research work to do.
Okay, if you're just gonna be like that, one of those lying YouTubers, like all the YouTubers do. I thought you were different.
No, we will surely talk about that in the next one. See you.
AP exams are a very new thing for us because we have never ever seen that in India, and this is, I think, a very good concept because if you are brilliant, then you can give additional exams and you can save some time and save those classes. And also the credit system is also very interesting, I think so, because like you can get credits, because in India it is nothing like that. And like in my school it was just like you have all those periods, and we too had 8 periods per day. There used to be 1 or 2 of games, and that too like 1 or 2 in a week. That was it. And otherwise,
and in case if the teacher is absent, then we got the chance to like play on the ground.
that
Otherwise, like least once in a week, maybe not the twice. We had once in a week.
No, we had
PT
one to two
No,
times,
not
and that included swimming and every other thing. So that was the case. And also the thing is like
also on Saturdays we used to have that exercise thing. You had?
Yeah, PT. Because
actually.
that day was day that okay, you will do all those co-curricular activities. But even on that days, they used to find some or the other way to make us study.
And we used to have like half days.
India is much more dependent on making people bookish and like getting those ranks and getting those percentages, and that is the
they
whole
don't
motive.
give much importance to sports. And also like if you talk about USA, so the thing that I like, they are thinking about their mental health. That was like the most, because in India I've seen like, parents are like pressuring, that their kids, like you have to bring this kind of percentages or you have to reach to the ranks. And if you are getting like first rank for this time, next time also you have to do that. Like parents are like used to of that thing. For me, I have seen that.
In India, after results, you get a lot of news that kid in 10th has done suicide, kid in 12th has done suicide because of the amount of pressure. And if this mental health thing works in India, then I think so it will help them to grow also, because we have seen, like, I didn't score that much good grade in 10th or 12th, but I know I'm doing good in my life.
Education must be some understanding, the empowering the intelligence or increasing intelligence, but it should be not the pressure, like pressure to learn, or it also should be for ourselves. Like, education is important for like future self to grow and to understand the world. But what parents used to do, my parents have not pressurized me ever, but still I've seen my friends, like, my mom said you have to bring this and I want the trophy from you and you have to do this, because that is totally ridiculous for me.
Yes, these are a lot of interesting things you got to know. So, like, do let us know, how did you feel about the Indian education system, and what are your questions or your points about it? Do let us know in the comment section below. So do like, share and
subscribe.
Bye.